Hello and welcome back to another episode of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. As you can see, we're arriving back at Sukdal right now. We're coming back to meet everybody after attacking Malashov and capturing Lord von Bergow. English. Lord von Bergow. And, we didn't really lose anyone as far as I know. Nobody died on our side. We captured von Bergow. We unfortunately had to raid a village, and we might have to see how that pans out. Kind of a moral gray area. However, we're back. We should try and find some familiar faces in camp here. Here's Hans. Might be able to talk to him after the attack on Malashov. He has nothing to say about it. He's got nothing to say about it. What do I do right now? Alright. So it says, after the Battle of Malashov, we have to take care of the wounded and rest a bit. Von Bergov's interrogation will take place tomorrow. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go sleep until tomorrow. And then I guess we'll interrogate von Bergow. Sleep until the morning here. Oh. He's having a nightmare about the raid on the village.
Congratulations, Sir Knight. You finally become a man.
Still being haunted
War
by this guy.
is a nasty business. But I see that no longer bothers you. I'm pleased you took my lesson to heart. You can't kill me. You're the same as me.
Right.
Oh yes, my family was slain too. By the Turks. I felt just like you do. And Eric went through the same thing. That's why I took him in. We're one big family. Of orphans. Well, of course you do have a father. Although he's not gone so far as to give you his name.
No, what's this? Oh my god. Is raiding this village really gonna bite me in the ass? It might. I didn't want to fight the Devil's Pack. I didn't want to fight the plan at all. It seemed like they had it figured out. I didn't...
I'm sorry.
Who am I to get in the way of that? I'm gonna talk to Rosa. She has nothing to say after being held hostage. I am a little concerned that I missed out on some kind of subtle hint in Ishvan Toth's initial dream when he was telling us, like he was warning us that we'll end up just like him. And I guess, like, he's not entirely wrong so far if I am to compare myself to him. We are raiding villages. We just raided a village. We did what he essentially did to us in the village that Henry grew up in. Okay, yeah, I'm starting to see where I kind of maybe messed up in, like, Henry's point of view.
I'm not sure what to think of Malashov. I reckon it was a success. I can't bring myself to feel happy about it.
You can't get over that burned down village, can you?
I can't even blame the Dry Devil because I also jumped into it.
After Skalitz, I didn't expect to be on the attacking side. Ever.
Do you see the devil repenting and asking God for forgiveness? No. Then don't beat yourself up about it either. Look, I know you probably imagined yourself heroically saving the king and protecting innocents. And believe me, that's exactly what we're doing. It's just not as simple and honorable as we'd like it to be.
War is messy business. We used a village as a distraction. It's kind of messed up. There's a bigger picture. There's bigger pieces on the chessboard, but it's messed up.
So, I'm back. How's it going? Have you got anything out of von Bergow?
You came at the right time. We're just about to deal with him. And you can join in.
Welcome to Suckdol, Lord von Bergow. Despite the circumstances that brought you here.
It is an honor, Peter. Compared to what I had to endure from Zizka and Kunstadt, your good manners are a welcome change.
I'll do my best to make your, involuntary stay no more inconvenient than it has to be.
Aren't you being a bit too welcoming, Sir Peter?
Just what I was thinking. Fuck that bollocks! He's a captive, not some busty wench. He's only alive to squeal what he knows. It'd be quicker if I just beat it out of him.
We can't torture noble hostages.
Hold your horses.
It's
He's
factual.
a noble and Sigismund's right hand. If we torture him, he'll be no use to us as a hostage, and Sigismund will be out to avenge him.
That's true. Even though I'd be only too happy to settle scores with him. I gave him my word.
Why
He
the
did
fuck
torture
should I
us.
care about that?
When it comes down to it, the word of a nobleman is an oath before God. Even the devil must respect that.
Fuck this shit. The longer I listen to this bastards, the more my fists itch.
Instead of these pathetic threats, why do you not make me an offer? You do know that I am...
Shut your trap, Otto. Right now you're nothing. You lost most of your men at Rabos, and the rest croaked to meet at Malashov. So what do you have left? A nice coat? And a smug face?
Do you really think Sigismund made me his chamberlain because of my soldiers? Or to have someone to take care of the running of conquered fortresses?
Shut up, damn it! We're asking the questions.
Really? Then why have I not heard a single one yet? And what a shame that is. I am a pragmatic man, and I'm sure we can work something out. But lay a hand on me, and you will not hear a single word.
This is unbelievable. He's lost everything, but he still thinks he can push us around.
Well, he's right, though. He is one of Sigismund's closest men.
You're buying that? He talks just like Jobst. When he gets here, they can yap till doomsday for all I care. But now we just don't have the time.
Jobst wants to come back here. After he got away from us by the skin of his teeth?
Well, he has to show Sigismund our army up close.
So it's true. I couldn't believe the Margrave had finally made a move. I thought he would never march into battle.
I don't know if I want to even let him get the chance to talk to Jobst. I mean, we're keeping him alive. That's the goal, but so they'll talk anyway. I'd prefer if we got answers out of him first.
See? Fortune is turning her back on you people. A pragmatic man like you ought to recognize an opportunity. If you help us, the Margrave will remember you for it. And will also let bygones be bygones.
You're getting ahead of yourself a bit, boy. The crown is still firmly on Sigismund's head, and Jobst won't find it easy to wrest it of him. Although, I expect you people have no idea of the situation Sigismund is in right now.
Oh. What situation is he in, then?
In the shit, Lord Trotsnov. In the shit. So, a sensible person should seize every opportunity that presents itself. And I am eminently sensible. Lord Capon.
Yes?
When you came to Trotsky, you were carrying a message with an offer of an alliance from Lords Hanush and Radzik, were you not?
Exactly.
I think it is time I gave you my answer.
Oh, you're so slimy now that we've got you in this kind of position. Now this is when you're deciding to come over.
Seriously?
Are you not glad? I thought that was what you were after the whole time.
I don't think Henry shares your sense of politics, sir.
You think I'm some villain, don't you? But I've only ever wanted what is best, believe me. What is best for this country, for my loyal supporters, and, naturally, for myself. And I'm not ashamed of that. And it appears that Sigismund is no longer what is best. He's in trouble, both here and in Hungary. The army is not getting paid, morale is poor, and the Kuttenberg miners are rebelling. So the crown is running out of silver.
I see. The butcher's on his way, so you want to flee the pigsty, eh?
Naturally. And together we can even set fire to this pigsty, as you put it. If you want my advice.
I'm all ears, sir.
The last straw
I think we're getting where we want this to go.
Is the royal treasury at the Italian court. If he were to lose his silver, he wouldn't be able to pay his soldiers and would have to withdraw to Hungary.
We're supposed to rob the Italian court.
The most secure place in the town?
Of course. And while you're there, you can also free the lords captured at Raborz.
My father.
Lord Pisek, as the former mint master, you must surely know of some way to sneak in.
There is no way. The court's an impregnable fortress.
Really? What about tunneling in? There are hundreds of tunnels beneath the city, and if I'm not mistaken, one of them runs beneath the court.
That's total madness. There might be some passageway leading there, but no one knows those old tunnels now. Besides, they might collapse at any time. One could easily come to a bad end there.
But that can also happen when you try to mount a horse drunk. What's with this tunnel?
There's a whole labyrinth of tunnels under the city.
I've been in there countless times.
Inside the treasury to find the one you want. And where they all lead to, God alone knows.
If they're referring to
and me.
Kugelberg.
Pardon me, milady.
I don't think they
But
are.
how would you know?
Not all young noblewomen devote their days to embroidery, Sir Peter. I look after Father's documents, and I know all about the plans of the passageways beneath our palace. St. James's Church owes its existence in part to the generous donations of the Routards. So in the past we had a secret underground entrance built into its crypts, and St. James's is right next to the Italian court.
A handy escape route from the palace, eh? If you don't mind crawling through a tunnel, that is.
In short, you can theoretically walk directly from Routard Palace to the Italian court.
Hans
Sure.
and his fear of tight
That
spaces.
is, after breaking through the walls that separate the crypt from the tunnel, and the tunnel from the cellars.
It does sound almost too easy.
That sounds almost too easy.
You took the words out of my mouth. With a bit of luck, we'll get to the cellars of the court. What then?
What do you think? The guards will come down on you and it'll all be over.
So we need someone who can help us on the inside. Someone who'll distract the guards and lead us to the silver.
Ulrich Vavak or Christian of Pisek. Let's not involve... Peter of Pisek is here in this conversation. I don't think he wants his son involved in this.
What about Ulrich Vavak? If we threaten him a little, he might help us.
Most importantly,
The Royal
he's got
Mintmaster.
the Mintmaster's key. You'll need it to get to the silver. But I wouldn't advise you to rely on the help of that sycophant of Sigismund's.
Nor would I. Couldn't your brother help us instead, Lord Pisek?
Christian? He can be hard to deal with sometimes.
Not his
He'd be
son, his
taking a big
brother, okay.
risk. And besides, he doesn't have the Mintmaster's key to the treasury. I'm afraid Vavak's your only hope.
There is one other possibility.
Oh? What's that, Sir Otto?
Perhaps you have heard about the expected arrival here of a rare visitor from very far away.
Who? Do you mean... Surely not.
The very one.
What the fuck are you talking about? Speak clearly.
Well then, a papal legate is on his way to the town directly from Rome. He's coming to adjudicate the dispute about the new church.
What's that got to do with us?
Where would he be received except at the Italian court, along with his entourage? No one knows them, no one has ever seen them, and very few understand their language. They might as well be volunteering for you to take their place.
Well, bugger me. This is starting to sound fucking good.
What? What do you mean, take their place? Are we supposed to kill them, or what?
Why not? I had a feeling you were not concerned about a few corpses. At Malashov, you slaughtered the whole village. What is one legate compared to that?
I'm gonna say nothing.
Jesus, get a grip, fellas. Do you want to burn in hell?
Calm down. We'll just lock the Pope's lackey up for a bit, and once we've got the silver, we'll let him go again. No one gets hurt.
St. Joseph, cover thy ears.
Where will we find that legate?
He's staying in Loretz, at the vineyard. He's got the use of the whole place for himself and his escort. But I don't know how many there are.
Good. We'll send Catherine there to have a look.
And then we'll burst in there and cause a bit of a fuss, so he doesn't get any stupid ideas. And that'll be that.
Is there no other way to solve it? Without violence?
Gentlemen, the legate is a man of the cloth, like me. I know Latin, and even a bit of Italian too, as it happens. I could explain to him what we need. Maybe we can persuade him to go along with it.
He'll tell us to kiss his arse, more likely.
Sir Hinek, never underestimate the power of sweet words. Especially when the listener has a knife at his throat.
It's true, none of us would be very convincing as an Italian cardinal.
It's
It'd
the
be
exact
better
same
if he
position
made
that
him
von
take us with
Bergow's
him
in right
as
now.
retinue.
He just explained his whole situation. Sweet words with a knife at his throat.
Alright, let's say we get inside with the legate. What then? What if he betrays us?
That's why we mustn't let him out of our sight. Godwin will take care of that.
Me?
You said you spoke Italian, didn't you? If he starts squealing, you'll hold a dagger to his ribs and ask him politely to play nice.
May God look the other way.
Meanwhile, the rest of us will have to deal with the guards inside, prepare the ground for digging, and open the treasury.
That's damned risky.
No one will be expecting us. As long as we don't make a ruckus too soon, it'll all be over. And the whole place will be ours before they even notice.
So like we're trying to sneak into a group of legates from Rome. I believe they're going to be a group of monks. That's my best guess. So are we going to be disguised as monks going into this Italian court area?
But what do we do with the legate's real retinue?
Maybe.
Lock them up
I'm
at the
guessing.
Devil's Den.
I'm guessing.
One of our men can guard them there.
A couple more peculiar fellas blabbering nonsense won't look out of place there in the slightest.
Oh my gosh.
What if the legate refuses to talk to us?
Well, we can always beat him up. Take his clothes and let someone else put them on. Like, Godwin, eh? Since he's a priest.
Hold on. I'm not going to play the jester for anyone.
Nobody's asking you to. We stick to the plan. We'll work on the legate so he agrees to take us in with him. Then we'll find a way somehow.
Alright. I can't think of anything better anyway.
Agreed then. We'll try gentle persuasion to begin with. And now, to the task. Henry, you go to the town and squeeze anything that could help us out of Vavak.
Most importantly, get that key from him.
Then wait for us at Rotard Palace, where we'll set up our base. We'll get there first thing in the morning.
And how are you going to get inside? The palace will be closed and maybe guarded. I don't expect you want to march through the main entrance, where everyone can see you, and break the gate down while you're at it.
That's true, milady. What do you suggest?
There's not only a passageway to the church, but also down to the river. I know it like the back of my hand. I could show Henry the way if you like.
No offense, my lady, but you'll be safer here.
Zizka is right.
Zizka's right. You're safe here.
Do you want to get into the court? Then you need Ruthard Palace. You want Ruthard Palace? Then I'm coming along.
All right. Both of you are
Damn.
going to town.
Okay.
And no dawdling. You should be on the road tomorrow at the latest. Time is of the essence.
That's that then. Let's get to work.
Okay, sounds like this is an urgent mission. We can get right on it. Talk to Rosa right away.
It looks like the two of us will be going to Kuttenberg alone.
Lucky me.
That didn't sound like a positive lucky me. Okay.
Aren't you looking forward to going home?
You're observant. When they captured Pa, von Bergow's people stormed into Ruthard Palace.
He didn't come to capture you personally.
No. And that really suited his people. They grabbed whatever they could get their hands on. After what you did to Malashov, we may have lost everything we had.
How do we even get inside Ruthard Palace?
At midnight, you climb onto the battlements,
Oh god.
turn on your heel 3 times, say the magic formula, and it'll open up.
What?
I've told you, haven't I? Via the secret passage. I know where the entrance is, so all you have to do is come with me.
Are you ready to go?
There's no point in dallying.
She's pretty upset with me. Completely understandably. Malashov Castle was the Ruthard family's. It's not really anyone's right now, and it's not in the best state. It's not. It's not very good.
All right, let's go.
Well, here we are. I'm not keen on going into that darkness.
Are you afraid?
Of the dark? Me? I'm not a little girl, but God knows what we'll find inside. Especially at the far end.
Well, we'll just have to find out. You said you'd lead the way.
Stick close to me. Let's go.
Alright. Here we go, into the Kuttenberg tunnels. I was right with my little guess earlier. Wasn't really a guess, I was they were talking about the tunnels and yeah, we clued in. I'm going first, because she's taking her sweet time.
Usually there's only a small trickle running through here. The water must have risen.
Good call, I wasn't noticing that.
How far away is it anyway?
Soon there'll be a fork, and from there it's only a short distance. You'll see.
And where does the passageway end?
In the cellar, conveniently enough. It's always best to arrive inconspicuously.
Hopefully not in these tunnels for too long. Who knows, maybe something eventful will happen down here. They're usually pretty quiet.
Oof, startled me. Anyway,
Oh, some
what's Lord
bats.
Capon's problem with underground passageways? When I mentioned it at Supdol, he looked like he was about to faint.
I'll explain it.
When we were defending the Bergow, we got buried under the rubble from a demolished tower.
Oh my god!
He was lucky to survive it. I still remember him calling for help. He was scared to death. There was nothing we could do. That's when he was captured by von Bergow. Since then, he's not comfortable with tight spaces.
Sorry, I was a silly goose to bring it up.
A silly goose. A silly goose to bring it up. Out of all the things. Okay. A silly goose. Wow.
Oof. Well, we have to get to the other side somehow.
Looks like it's a little covered in water.
Everything all right?
Filled with water,
No.
rather.
Don't you see how deep it is ahead of us?
I hope you don't expect me to carry you.
I most certainly do. Unless you want to prove to me that you really are an uncouth village oaf after all.
That was a little more aggressive
Well,
than I thought.
what's to be done? I'll carry you over.
Don't worry, though. I'm not some fragile petal. What's the hurry? I've got plenty of time. Is that how you carry a lady, you oaf?
Don't complain. No one ever taught me how to do it.
And it shows. Oof. Be careful.
Just over the shoulder.
It's just a short way. Hang on.
Are we good? Do I just carry her the rest of the way? Yeah, let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. Look, we can speed this up a little bit. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna drop her.
Oof. Well, you could have been gentler, but I suppose I should be glad you got me here in one piece.
We're almost there. Oh, she has the key. I do believe. Never mind, it was just open. Okay.
Oh, Sakura. I hear voices. Looks like we've got company. And not welcome company, I reckon.
Things just got way more interesting. Things just got way more interesting. I'm gonna pull out my hammer. Actually, I can probably pull out the sword here. It'll be light. It'll be light when I'm up there. All right, let's go see what's going on here. Oh, it's a mess.
Look at all this mess. I can hardly recognize this place.
This doesn't look like the work of Avak's people. More like city rabble and beggars.
They're acting like they own the place. If Pa were to see this, we must get rid of them.
Maybe I overreacted with pulling up my sword. I'm not. I'll get rid of them, but
What
I'm
do
not
you mean, get rid of them?
gonna hurt anyone.
You killed
Hopefully.
most of von Bergov's garrison at Malashov, and now you want me to tell you what to do?
Your attitude was different then. Let's point that out. It's
My,
true.
my. How quickly Lady Rosa can change her mind. What's the difference between those ragamuffins upstairs and the villagers at Malashov, eh?
But this is our home, our property. They have no right.
So she wants me to kill these people.
Folk who have nowhere to lay their heads and nothing to eat aren't much interested in the troubles of the rich. They just seize the opportunity.
You're right. But they can't stay here either. They give us away.
So you want me to get rid of them? But what will you do? I'm responsible for keeping you safe.
I'm gonna try not to.
Don't you worry. You don't have to hold my hand in my own home. Do you see this ivy here? It goes all the way out to the window of my chamber. That's where I keep my crossbow. I bet that riffraff didn't find it. If I climb up there, I can cover you from above. Just in case.
Alright. She's supposed to be climbing up a wall here, and she'll cover me with a crossbow. It doesn't sound like this is going anywhere good, but if these are like straight up bandits, that's different. If it's the beggars and the homeless people in Kutenberg, not necessary. I don't think that's necessary to do what we're doing, what she wants to do.
If you say so. But if anything happens, hide. Got it?
All right. Now turn around so you can't see up my skirt.
Okay.
Right then. Here we go. I hope Rosa can aim well.
Alright, she's up there already. Looks like I gotta go up there.
Look, there's someone there.
Are these guys really... Let's talk it over. Let's talk it over, gentlemen.
Calm down. I just want to talk. I'm not looking to harm you.
Talk, eh? You don't want to harm us? Hark at him.
Let's get rid of him. What do you say, fellas?
Now you're gonna
Really? You guys think you're gonna get through? Like, you have clubs.
Rosa, could you...
You're gonna get through this armor. I can't really see with this visor down. Oh my god, there's tons of them. Oh my god, there's tons of them. Oh my god, that's overwhelming. Oh my god.
You're no match for us.
There's so many beggars. This is messed up. I'm sorry, sir. What am I? Why am I attacking a chair?
To try me.
Goodness gracious. I tried to talk it over.
I've been waiting for you.
I did.
No chance.
They just wanted to fight right away. Please.
Burn in hell.
I don't know how to feel about any of this. I'm still in a fight, supposedly. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. The man in the chair.
Show your stuff!
Wait, is this guy alive? On the ground here?
Henry!
Why was he on the ground and alive? I'm so confused.
Henry!
Hold on, Rosa. I gotta see what these poor buggers had on them. Oh my god, Rosa. You can see what I'm doing. I'm just cleaning up a little bit. Not really cleaning up, but
Are you alright?
I am. For now. Are you alright, Henry? I think I hit one too.
I don't know if you did, but we'll say you did. We'll say you did. Sounds good.
You're a good shot. Capon and Kabianka wouldn't believe their eyes.
Thanks.
That's a
Is
tiny
something
crossbow.
wrong?
Someone's trying to break through the door.
Oh, damn it.
Oh,
I'll be there in a moment.
that's
Be
not good.
careful.
Load your crossbow, and if they get inside before I get there, shoot them.
I barricaded the door. I'm sure I can hold out for a while.
Hopefully she has more bolts up there. Let's try and get up there.
What a mess.
There goes one. There's just so many of them. It's like all of the homeless people in Gutenberg moved into this palace. I'm surprised none of the nobles would have done that themselves. Like, I'm surprised none of the wealthier people under Sigismund would have tried to move in here. Oh god, I should probably rush up to Rosa. I don't know what I'm doing. It's like urgency. Urgency.
What's that sound?
Oh, through here.
Pray for a quick death, you bastard!
Where are you going? We're all good, and yeah, okay. He was the one on Rosa's door. We're all good. We're all good. I can loot this guy in peace. And, I'll take his door and chest keys. I don't know where any of their keys go to. They all had keys.
Rosa, it's me.
Henry, are you alright?
I'm in one piece.
Are they gone? All of them?
Aye. It's over.
Alright. I'll let you in. You can come in now.
Okay.
So, here we are. Welcome home.
It doesn't feel much like home anymore. They were behaving like animals in here.
It'll be alright, but I should ask about Malashov. She is clearly angry about Malashov. Let's say we'll take care of the mess, though.
Don't worry about the mess. Our boys will happily clean up once they get here. We owe you that.
That's nice. But no one can get back my mother's silver, my brother's hunting trophies, and my books. Some of them are maybe worth more than this entire place.
Yeah, I can't say much about that. The books are kind of priceless, and all the personal effects that the beggars would have stolen. That's unfortunate.
Are you mad at me because of what happened at Malashov?
Am I mad? Not exactly. I just thought you were different. That you wouldn't stoop to the level of those, well, Ziska and the devil.
I'm trying to say that there's a bigger picture here. There's a war at play. There's a whole kingdom of rules and laws that would be different depending on who is ruling the kingdom. Things could be completely different. I don't know.
What exactly is your problem with Zizka and the devil? Von Bergow is responsible for quite a few dirty tricks too.
They're monsters with no honor or conscience. They and that pack of theirs. I don't trust them, and they're frightening.
When you get to know them better, you'll see they're not that bad. They may not be fancy knights in shiny armor, but they can be counted on.
I have my doubts, but I have no choice but to believe you.
I'm sorry I let you down.
That's a good start.
An apology is hardly enough for you to forgive me, I know. But I'd like to prove to you that I'm not like that. And I never will be.
Thank you for your candor. If you get the King's silver, my father and I will have to hide. Leave the region, go somewhere out of Sigismund's men's reach, and you and I will have to part ways.
That's a shame. Yeah, but her safety's more important.
It's such a shame. I'll actually miss you.
Is that so? Well, I'll miss you too.
But if you're safer that way, then it's probably for the best.
There's nothing left here anyway. Just look around. Oh well.
Why'd I lose
There's no
reputation
use
for
in
that?
crying over spilled milk. Ziska's herd will be here tomorrow. I'd like to get some sleep before then. Would you please leave me alone?
All right. I'll keep watch downstairs.
What about Vabak? You were supposed to go and see him today.
I was, but that was before we knew what to expect here. I can't leave you alone now, so it'll have to wait till tomorrow.
Thank you. And you get some sleep too, so you're rested up for it.
I'm not sure if I just missed a chance to romance Rosa. I'm not too concerned if I missed out on a chance there. But, it's a missed opportunity for Henry. It is. It is. I've got a feeling that I did just miss out on a chance to romance her, but who would want to do that with a room full of dead homeless people? Like a house full of them. There's things to think about. Messed up in all shapes and forms. All right, let's take another nap. We just conveniently have our own personal chest here in the Roothard Palace. I think that's new. I don't think we had a bed here to our own personal effects in the palace before. I kind of thought the village was on fire for a second. I'm having flashbacks now too. All right, let's get some sleep. I thought Rosa was dropping hints, saying like, and there was that dialogue option to say maybe that won't be necessary to try and like keep her around.
Right.
I think there was an opportunity to romance Rosa there.
Be here by now. I should go and have a look.
All right, sounds like Zizka and the others have probably arrived. Let's see what they have to say. And it looks like they cleaned up all of the beggar bodies. All right,
Greetings, Henry.
I am curious what they would have done with them.
I see you're already here. How was the journey? Did you run into any trouble?
No, it actually went quite well. Brabant wouldn't shut up, though.
Oh, I know. He talks way too
Credit where
much.
credit's due. He really helped in Malashov. That hit to the gate came at just the right time. We'd have dropped like flies if not for his men. But sometimes I feel like letting something blow up next to my head too, just so as not to have to listen to him for a while. I'd be more interested in hearing what happened here yesterday. When we got here, it was like a pigsty.
Everything went well. We had some uninvited guests.
Some local beggars set up a lair in here. We had to get rid of them somehow.
What about Rosa? Doesn't she regret coming too?
Lucky she was here.
I'm lucky she was here with me. That shot fella in the courtyard, her handiwork.
Really? Nice shot. Anyway, I told the men to get rid of the bodies and clean up the place a little. Hope the lady won't mind.
Quite the contrary, I think.
How did it go with Vavak anyway?
Well, after everything that happened, I didn't want to leave Rosa here by herself. I'll have to go and see him now.
I understand. But go and see him as soon as possible. We won't get anywhere without his Mintmaster's key.
To see if anything else to say, doesn't look like it. Let's go talk to Ulrich Vavak. Blackmail him again into helping us. In a private area. I'm just gonna unlock that.
Not a soul around. Very odd.
No one's here. Curiouser and curiouser, Vavak has vanished. even though I have barely stepped foot into the building.
Henry?
Why are you here,
How the
Christian?
hell did you get in here?
I'm the one asking the question. Yeah.
I'm the one asking questions here.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
I could be asking you the same thing. But I've got a different question. How much did they pay you to tell them about the mint?
Vivak was stealing from the town.
And I could happily continue if you weren't such an honest idiot. Instead of which, I was almost caught and hanged. Fanush, Milosh, come here. Defend yourself. Or don't. At least it'll be easier.
He's angry at me for the Mint Master operation? Christian, like Peter Pisek's gonna be pissed. One of our allies back at Sukdal. Well, yeah, one of our allies back at Sukdal is not going to be very happy about that at all. Sounds like his reinforcements are trying to make their way over here, but they're a little slow on the uptake. Yep, here they come. Yep, here he is.
I've been waiting for you.
You're a little late. You're a little
No,
late.
you don't.
It's one at a time. Where are you? Where are you blocking? All right, yeah. I don't know what his plan was there. Peter's gonna be pissed, but there's really not much I can do about that. Ooh. What am I gonna say to Peter? He had some. Oh, he had like 100 groschen on him. That's kind of nice. I gotta go to the royal treasury. I want to see what this book was that he had on him. This scribbled letter. What do we got here? To the hands of Sir Christian of Pisek, the Mint Master of the Royal Mint at the Italian court. If you're reading these lines, know that I'm long out of town. I know you, sycophant, have had your eye on my position for a long time. It's yours, you rat. I wish it to you with all my heart. I think this is probably from Vavak. And I guess Christian of Pisek was trying to become the Mint Master and was using this fake mint coining operation as a way of like getting promoted, but in comes Henry and foils the whole thing. I'm surprised that came back that way. If I had helped him, he probably wouldn't have been here to try and attack me. Well, what can I say? What can I say? Decisions were made. He made his choice. He made his allegiances. Sucks. Henry's out here trying to do the do. I gotta go find Vavak. Go find this key. Where are we going? Am I supposed to find the key out here somewhere? You're kidding. You're kidding. Did he hide it in his latrine, probably? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I could have... Oh, yeah. Where else? There it is. Sticking right out of a mound of Duke.
Well, that really is disgusting.
Yep.
Fuck you, Vavak. Wherever you are.
Yep. Let's wash myself. Maybe get rid of the smell really quick. Are we... Hopefully someday we'll come across Vavak again and we can kind of finally deal with him properly. He's been a slimy little rat this whole time. Yeah, I'm not interested in continuing this quest line covered in Vavak's poo. It's just not on my to-do list at the moment. Coming in here with the stench of Vavak's insides. Disgusting.
Well, how did it go?
Okay.
Do you have the key?
Aye, I've got it. But it stinks a bit.
Yeah, you don't say.
Put it away unless you want to see my breakfast.
What about the Mint Master? Will he help us out?
Vavak has disappeared. I found the key in his house. But I also met Christian of Pisek there. He tried to kill me.
Good thing he didn't succeed. How did that end up?
He's dead.
At least he won't rat on us.
The main thing was to get the key, and we did. What's worse is that we don't have anyone inside the court. Well, can't be helped. Let's get to the point. We must have everything ready before Catherine returns from Loretz, especially the way through to the court.
I should say so. If I'm going to send my men, I have to know exactly where the way through is to be made.
That'll be your job, Henry. And Brabant's going with you.
Excuse-moi? Why should I?
Because you've been telling us you know the Kuttenberg underground like the back of your hand.
And I do, but not firsthand. Only from my maps and drawings. Nobody will let men of my standing enter those moldy shafts.
I'd rather go with someone else.
Where are the others, anyway? Kubienka, Ada, and Janos.
They heard there was work to be done, so they left à l'anglaise.
But you do the work of 3, eh? At least with your mouth.
They're getting some wagons so we can move the silver. If Pisac wasn't lying, there's quite a hole there.
What exactly are we supposed to do in that cellar?
Get as far as you can, and mark the spot where Brabant's men will start digging.
I see. Why do I feel like that sounds a bit too easy?
Well, we have no idea what's really down there, so you better have a weapon handy.
Come now. Surely you do not mean...
Rutard's daughter will tell you more. She came up with this part of the plan.
If Brabant doesn't want to go into the tunnels, I'll go with someone else.
With Ruthar's daughter, eh? One night wasn't enough for you.
I meant with somebody like Sam. He knows his way around the town underground too.
Oui. That is a good idea.
Why not? Maybe the cold down there will cool his hot head.
What will you lot do in the meantime?
We'll be doing the planning. We've got to bring those captured Italians to the Devil's Den somehow. They'll just sit tight till we give them back their legate, and then we'll let them all go.
The main thing is keeping Godwin away from the booze. Or we'll have no way of talking to the gents from Rome.
All right. So we've got the key. And we're going to talk to Rosa again about going into the undergrounds, the Kuttenberg tunnels. We're going to talk to Sam about going with us, and we're going to find a way into the Italian court and potentially talk to these legates that, or find these legates that are from Rome and are here to dispute a church problem within the city of Kuttenberg. And the Devil's Pack has, you know, looked to have moved into Kuttenberg. Look, they're making a new little place. Oh, why are you mad at me still? Kind of just cut me off. Yeah, but the Devil's Pack is in Kuttenberg now.